Do you want to do How Great Thou Art? Okay. Okay, we're in C, How Great Thou Art. Okay. Okay, I have something. Um, oh yeah, yeah, sure. Prakriti. We're in G. Yeah.
Yeah? Aloha.
It's time. It's time.
So I will be introducing a lovely ensemble in a minute. Just want to welcome you all to being on the lanai on this amazing last day of November morning. We're all so blessed to be here. And we'll start with a reading from the Science of Mind. Jamie's got.
Aloha, good morning. This is a good one. All right, we have the ultimate sign. Tat vam asi. Thou art that. In the universal, it is God, the living spirit almighty. In the individual, it is God, the living spirit, individualized. I am that I am means God. Ernest Holmes, New Thought Dictionary. We have all asked for signs. At crossroads of uncertainty, we plead for clarity. Make it clear. Write it in the sky. Paint it red. We crave direction, confirmation, a glimpse of something beyond our own questioning minds. But what if the greatest sign has already been given? What if the ultimate answer came not in thunderous proof of grand gestures, but in the quiet, timeless revelation heard by Moses at the burning bush? I am that I am, or in the ecstatic declaration of Al-Halya, I am the real, or the Upanishad's simple, boundless truth, I am the absolute. Every tradition points to this. The most profound sign is not out there. It is the indwelling recognition of what we already are. The I am within us needs no validation. It does not prove. It simply is. It does not rise or fall with circumstance. It is the essence of all paradox, loving what once felt unlovable. The stillness beyond every story. It's your story and mine. Perhaps devotion itself is not the desperate request for signs from the universe, but the daily turning towards this one sign, the eternal, unshakable presence that quietly says, I am is who I am. Holmes echoes this endlessly, as do all sages and wisdom traditions. They meet in the same understanding, all seeking ends not in answers, but in being. All roads point home. The truest sign you will ever receive is your own being, awake to itself. The affirmation's pretty short, but I think I'll just break it up into two. I'll read it first, and then we can read it together. I rest in the greatest sign of all. I am is who I am. I rest in the greatest sign of all. I am is who I am. Thank you.
Oh, Jamie. So now we take a moment to do a section. And so I just asked you to, hopefully close your eyes if that's how you meditate, plant your feet on Gaia or not. And I just asked you to let go of all you had to do to get here. We all made it here. And, just driving and bringing all your beautiful instruments and yourselves. And we're just so grateful you're all here. So on that note, let's just take a moment to go deep and thank our spirits for this amazing life. And I'll ring the chime in about a minute or so. Thank you. right, so now we're blessed with a beautiful song. And we do that. This is how we applaud from the sign language, because we don't like to break the spell. And that was so beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye. And I was just hearing how our tears are wonderful gifts from our spirits and that they're healing. And so thank you. And welcome, everyone. And we're so glad you're here. And same with you at home. We're glad you can watch us on YouTube now. And as long as YouTube happens, so we are immortalized for now. And so is anyone new here for the first time? I think we've all been here. Oh, hi. Would you mind sharing your name and where you're from?
Yeah, I'm James himself. I'm from Kona. And hello,
All right. Wonderful. And we're so happy you found us today. Are you here?
that was beautiful.
Oh, wasn't that? We're just in for a beautiful. Yeah. Am I still on? Okay. Oh, we love our, yes, and thank you for our sound techs. And so just a brief, I love our mission statement, to provide a sanctuary of aloha for the nourishment, development, and evolution of each individual's unique spiritual path. Because we all know that we all are in our own vehicle, and with all the amazing choices we have, that we're so blessed to be here where we're open to all teachings. And every week we have a different facilitator. I'm Jean Love this week, and I will be introducing them in a moment. But what we do next, we do a little bit of a introduction of ourselves, and Manuel is asked to keep it short because they have a lot of beautiful music and his amazing story. So he's just said to say your name and how you're feeling right now, and keep it short. So I'm feeling very blessed, and I'm Jean. Start with you, Kathy.
I'm Kathy. I'm feeling calm.
I'm James, and very quiet, calm, peaceful, and blessed to be here.
I'm Pasha, and I just feel like my heart is open with room for lots of people and animals and flowers.
I'm Tatum, and I'm feeling tired.
I'm Shelba, and I'm feeling happy.
I'm Margie, thankful.
Deanna, bliss.
Shayna, okie dokie.
I'm Larissa. I'm feeling peaceful.
I'm Stephen, and I think I'm feeling the spirit.
I'm Diane, and I'm feeling very happy to be here and blessed and inspired. Thank you to my friends.
Hi, my name's Lorraine, and I'm feeling blessed.
Jamie, very appreciative.
Hey, I'm Jonathan, and I'm feeling blessed to be here.
I'm Don, and I'm feeling a little shaky this morning.
I'm Alea, and I'm feeling groovy today.
I'm Patty. I'm feeling grateful.
I'm Karen, and I'm feeling like everyone's a part of me.
I'm Jeanette, and I'm feeling grateful.
Girling, I feel loving, loved, and excited.
I'm Candy. I'm feeling like I'm so blessed to have so much to bring me up over all the stuff that I could get caught up in.
I'm Barca, and taking the directions literally, I'm feeling short.
Good morning. My name is Reagan. I'm feeling energized.
I'm Jan, and I'm feeling hyper for some reason.
Randy, and just okay today.
I'm Elisa. I feel blessed.
And you guys? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very happy to be here. Thank you.
Bernice?
I'm feeling surrounded by God's energy. Thank you.
I'm Ingrid. I'm feeling blessed and happy to be here.
Daniel, I'm feeling basic.
Basic? All right. That's a good answer. So we do another song now. Yay.
So this time we'll do in D for Kriti. So you notice how many drums he has there. He changes drums according to the key we're in. So that was quite an effort to bring all that. Thank you very much. So we're going to play something that is congregational. And we just did this at the Interfaith Conference, and it was really nice. And if you could just join in when the vocals come in, that would be great. A familiar tune to everyone.
beautiful. So beautiful. Wow. So now I get to introduce you. And I might do it quickly because I know you want to keep things moving because you have so much to share. Oh, wait, sorry. This is a very important part for us. We love to share our miracles and ordinaries. Thank you, Pasha. She keeps things in line here. Thank goodness for her. So it can be something miraculous. It can be something ordinary, but just something you'd like to share, with the group. We'll take a couple, and so I'm sure you've got one. Maybe Lorraine has one. I know you are. Come on up. Come on down.
I just feel so lucky today to see so many people's faces that I haven't seen in a while that I love so much, and just happy to be here. But the miracle that I want to share with you is my husband's butterfly garden. So my brother was a devoted butterfly gardener in Florida, and he passed last year. And my husband has brought the seeds and planted the milkweed, and we have a kind of wild-looking butterfly garden, and I feel so met, so accompanied, so shown up for in butterflies, dragonflies, the hawk flying by. Every time I start to get that wild, what does it all mean? What's going to happen? When will I see my brother again? This sucks so bad. Then I feel like there's a presence, and I think planting those seeds was really great. And I feel like my life is just so overflowing with things to do, people to see, places to go, that being met kind of keeps me on track and in time. And I'm just so grateful for things like music and singing and friendship. It just encourages me in my moments of doubt. So thank you, New Thought, for always being here. You never cease to amaze. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you.
I love you.
We have time for another one. And my brother comes. He passed last year also. My brother's in the dragonfly. Yeah, visits me often. And the dolphins. So how about another? Anybody have? Come on up. Birthday boy. Well, we're still celebrating.
I'd just like to say thank you and actually give thanks for the way things are going this morning. It was really a complex sound setup, but the sound team and video team did a fantastic job, and our usual technical difficulties we're not having, which is a miracle. And so I just appreciate hey, New Thought's doing great. And me too.
Well, I know it's one day off.
Oh, that's for me?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Stephen. Happy birthday to you. Many more. Woo-hoo. But you're such a wonderful help here, and we're so grateful for you. And here comes Miss Pasha.
I just kind of want to piggyback on both what Lorraine said and what Stephen said, to just the miracle of New Thought continuing to continue and to thrive. And my old friend Lydia Weiss has expressed this more than once, but I think it may have been, the first time I heard it may have been Manuel and Bernice, when they lived here, they opened their home to an event called the Council of Elders, and we have a picture of it actually, because their daughter's kind of an excellent photographer. And we brought together at that time all the founders of New Thought that were still in Kona, which was 3 of them, and all the people who up to that point had served as president, and maybe we missed 1 or 2, but almost all of them. And part of the motivation to do this was that there was a feeling like New Thought was going to fall apart, and that we'd lost the connection with the energy that had kept us going up to that point. But I think what Lydia shared was she had concluded that New Thought had its own energy, its own spirit, which did not depend on 1 or 2 or 3 individuals. That's very encouraging to me, and just that some of the wonderful elders still come and go and come back, and then beautiful new people come and add their special energy to the mix. So yay, New Thought.
Hey. And you are the backbone, darling. So we need to commend her, because she makes sure there's someone here, someone's presenting, that someone's going to help set up. She keeps this. So we are very blessed to have you, Pasha, darling. We really are. Yes. So don't be afraid to help out. We always need help. So I think now I get to introduce, right? So Manuel Roberto is a flautist, poet, and teacher, along with his wife Bernice. And he is founding member of the Kona Harp Ensemble. Born in Spain, Manuel has traveled extensively throughout the world, studying the musical and spiritual traditions of diverse cultures. He studied Indian classical flute music with world-renowned flautist G.S. Sachdev, and tabla drums with Zarkar Hassan. He has a deep knowledge of Hinduism, which he has practiced for several decades. Manuel is a longtime member of New Thought Center and the past president of the board of trustees. In 2022, he and Bernice moved to Florida, but they try to return to Kona at least once a year. In his new community, Manuel serves as a lecturer for his local Unity Church and teaches online classes for higher consciousness. He also holds the distinguished title of Grandpa. And just a little added, Pasha added that he's been a member since 2001 of our church here, and he served on the board of trustees for 7 years, beginning in 2001, and held the office of vice president and president. He performed many functions: program coordinator, financial advisor, presenter, musician, facilitator, and sound technician, and just to name a few. He and his wife, Bernice, were an integral part of our New Thought Center Christmas Eve service for many years. And in early years, they represented New Thought in the Interfaith concert, as they did again this year. Thank you so much for that. And so I guess with that, I will hand it over to you,
All
dear.
right.
Thank you.
So much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty
Thank you very
Wall,
much.
for the
Thank you,
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Aloha.
You
Okay.
hear me okay? It's all right?
Yeah.
Good. All right, well, thank you for the introduction. Thank you for the presentation. So we have a few minutes to say a few words. Of course, if I have to explain everything or discuss a few things, I'm actually a lecturer on the Srimad Bhagavatam, where we are staying now, which is a very complicated type of subject matter, but I'll try to make it easy, how to actually bring the Vedas, the all scriptures from ancient India to here right now. It would be very complicated. So I'm just going to tell you a couple of things that we can take home and we can appreciate. So I'll just say a few words, just a few words, because we only have half an hour. So okay, well, whatever we can, because we also wanted to play some beautiful music as part of the presentation. All right, so let me start by saying, I'll just say a few words that you can relate to and not make it too heady or scholarly, because sometimes if we get into Sanskrit terms and things like that, it becomes very complicated. So let's start with something you can relate to. Back in October 1st, 2023, about 2 years and 2 months ago, October 1st, I remember this date very, very clearly, because I had made all sound is not good. Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, I'll take that one. Oh, it's back. I'm back. Okay. I'm back. All right. Yeah, I'll have it nearby. Just put it over here. Just put it over here. I'll take care of that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, October 1st, 2023, I was actually going to come back to Hawaii. We have been coming to Hawaii since 2022, about once a year, except that the universe may change that pretty soon. I don't know. God is in charge, so I'm just following the orders of God at this moment, because there are some things coming our way that may bring us back to Hawaii. Actually, beautiful place. I don't know. Anyway, I was coming back to Hawaii in October 2023, and I had my tickets ready to go. I had the Hawaiian Airlines ticket. I had made arrangements. We had sold our house, but we have so many friends here with beautiful houses, and they all want us to be in their house so we can play beautiful music. So we had it all ready to go and schedule. And then all of a sudden, throughout the summer, I was not feeling that great. Somehow or other, I was not eating very well, but I thought, well, I don't know, maybe it's just a hernia or some small thing. But then at some point, I couldn't eat anymore. It was just, I couldn't. It's like, whoa, I got to go and check this out. So I waited the night, and I woke up Bernice early in the morning. I didn't want to wake her up in the middle of the night and go to an emergency room. But I woke her up in the morning, and then I said, look, we need to go to the emergency room. I really need to know what's going on here. So we go to the emergency room. They did all kinds of tests. Now, this is one good thing about Western medicine. They definitely know how to test. Tell me about it. I've done all the tests that there are in the planet and more. But anyway, when I got there, they did all the testing. They are very good at it. So it took us hours. Actually, I took 4 days in the hospital. I had to stay overnight 4 days, because as soon as they did a few tests, they realized that I said, look, can I go now? She said, no, you cannot go. I said, why? What's the problem? He said, well, you have an obstruction on your ascending colon. You can't go anywhere. You cannot eat. You cannot really. I couldn't eat. Said, you can't go anywhere. I said, well, they said, we have to do surgery right away. I said, well, wait a second. I cannot have surgery. I need to go to Hawaii. I already have my tickets. I'm sorry. And they said, no, you cannot go back to Hawaii. You got to take care of this thing before. I said, well, I don't know, but, no. I said, well, let's do further testing. So, yeah, we did further testing. They did the whole report, the colonoscopy, a pathology report. They did all kinds of testing, really. And they came up with, they said, okay, after 4 days, they said, well, can I go home now? They said, well, you can go home. Seems like you can walk, but very careful. You cannot eat anything. So I had to be on a liquid diet. So One thing that saved me was miso soup. Miso is good stuff. And something called superfood from Dr. Schultz. Green algae, basically. Green algae and superfood. That's all I could eat. And coconut water. Coconut water is really good for you also. So that's all I could drink or eat for until they would decide what to do, because I couldn't eat anything else, really. If I would eat anything, I would get in tremendous pain. So I said, I can't eat anything, so I'll just go through a liquid diet. So they said, okay, come back it was November 4th, my appointment with the famous George Kim. He's a very, very famous oncologist, and he was the head of the tumor board at Shands Hospital, which is the University of Florida hospital. I mean, these people really know what's going on. I mean, it's the top campus in Florida, really. And so I go back to Shands, and I meet with Dr. Kim, and he said, well, this is what you have, this is what it is. And he put it in writing too. It's in writing. I have the writing. He said, the only thing we can do is help you because of the location of your tumor and the size of the tumor, which was 7.5 times, I think 3.5 centimeters. I mean, 7.5, 3.5 centimeters right here. So that's why I cannot eat. He said, we probably cannot do surgery. We cannot operate on you. And therefore, you cannot go anywhere. The only thing you can do is what is called palliative care. So you can have quality of life until you pass. And most likely, I have some experience. Yeah, this is a very experienced doctor. He said, you'll probably, maybe you will last about another 2 years, but you'll have at least quality of life for 2 years. That means 2 years is right now, November. Okay, so we are celebrating that I'm here. Hey, I'm a survivor. Yes, I survived this whole thing. And not only I'm surviving, but I'm thriving. I just went swimming. I have been swimming every day in that ocean. Before I could only maybe go to the second buoy at the pier. Now I can go to the third, fourth buoy and say, whoa, this is what's going on here. So I have my energies back. But back then, when he was talking about, I was sitting on a chair. I couldn't even go to where Randy is. I couldn't even go that far. It was like, whoa, that's a huge thing. Like if I'm sitting in my living room and I have to go and get water, I have to go to the kitchen and say, oh my God, getting to the kitchen, that's a huge job. Wow, I really didn't have that energy. So anyway, I go to see Dr. Kim. He's telling me, well, you're going to be on this planet probably for another 2 years. That's what he said. Now, Dr. Kim, for your information, he is the, nothing. Let's see. 1, 2, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 1. You got too excited. I think even the microphones got too. Whoa, what's going on here? 1, 2. 1, 2. You get anything? 1, 2, 2, 2. Bernice's mic or this one? 1, 2, 2, 1. No microphones are working. Sorry, guys. Those who are listening out there. 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2. All right. Well, I guess we are unplugged. This is unplugged.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
it's a green
All right. Well, that's right. So it's
that's
okay.
bad.
Whoever is here gets
No.
it. The power is off.
Oh, just the power.
Power just went off.
It's only the power.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't
Speak
worry about it.
loud.
We need to continue because this is very important. Whoever is online, I'm sorry, but we gotta get going because
It's
we
okay.
gotta play some music. So the point is that Dr. Kim, George Kim, is like the Yo-Yo Ma of oncology.
Wow.
You can research him on the internet. I did too. And he was the head of the research department of oncology department at UF. I mean, that was a big job. And he came from Mayo Clinic. So he's connected to Mayo, he's connected to Shands. I mean, it's like, the guy is a great authority on this matter. So he tells me, well, we need to give you this prescription drug. This is what can help you so you can last for the next 2 years. And Bernice, my husband, that's not nice. So, and now she's talking to one of the top oncologists in the world. And she said, you're not going to kill my husband. he was shocked.
Oh, we're back.
We're back, okay. So he was shocked because, I mean, nobody really talks to Dr. Kim like that. And he takes back, and then he smiles and laughs. He said, no, of course I'm not going to kill your husband. Do you think that I look like I'm going to kill somebody? And she said, okay, well, what do you recommend? So she kept asking. So that's one thing that you should learn. If you're in a situation like this and you go to a hospital or an emergency room or something like that, make sure you have someone with you that can vouch for you and that can be an advocate for you. It's very important. Very important, because when you are sick and you are in that space, you're going to take whatever they give you or whatever they tell you, and you are going to go with that. But if you have an advocate that is a little bit separate from that, is going to say, hey, what's going on here? What are you guys trying to do? Like the guys were trying to give me surgery, and she actually jumped and said, well, what surgery? Wait a second, why don't we do more testing before we do any surgery? And in fact, we found out that if they would have done surgery, they would have killed me, really, literally. Because you cannot really operate on something like that. You can't. So, anyway, the point is that that's number one. Make sure you have somebody with you, a tip. Someone that is an advocate that can help you to understand what's going on, to make proper decisions. Proper decisions. So, that they said, well, all right, so you have to be in the hospital. So we were in the hospital for 4 days to do further testing. And it happens to be that night, we always read from the Bhagavad Gita, the sacred Hindu text, once at night, one verse. And it happened that evening, the first night in the hospital, we were supposed to read from chapter 11, text 34. And happens to be the famous verse that Robert Oppenheimer, you may have seen the Robert Oppenheimer movie, where he says, when he saw the atomic bomb exploding, he says, time I am destroyer of worlds. In other words, that Krishna is telling Arjuna, time I am destroyer of worlds. In other words, I am time. And she's reading the verse, which was supposed to be read that day, and I closed my eyes and I could literally see the universal form of Krishna. In other words, the universal form means that form that is the universe, God as the universe. It's like the blazing mouth where everything comes into him is time. Time comes in and out of God, so to speak. Time is a factor in the creation and the destruction of the universe. It's a cycle. It creates, it destroys. It comes back, it creates again, and it destroys again. That's the way it is. It's a cycle. It's like a wave that comes and goes, right? In fact, according to the Hindu scriptures, God lies in an ocean, the causal ocean, lies in the ocean and is breathing the universes. Oh, he's breathing the universes with that beautiful music that he sings and plays. I mean, actually, Western physics says the same thing. In one sense, they say that the universe is created by some big bang or some big noise, big explosion. But the way we believe in it is not just some big explosion, it's beautiful music. Maybe Mahler's Fifth Symphony or something like that. Some very beautiful music. That would be how the universe is being created. And so when I saw that, I realized, well, time I am destroyer of worlds, that means that probably, maybe it's my time. Maybe it's time to go. Maybe I have to go back into passing this world and move on. So I prayed and I said, God, you want me to stay or do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? So I heard a voice from inside of me. Now remember, inside of you there is a voice. You can talk with this voice. Now if you speak with this voice that is inside of you, now it could also be your mind playing tricks on you. So you got to be careful with this voice. Yesterday I asked Swamiji. Last night I said, "Hey Swamiji, if I hear this voice inside and it's the will of God to do something, to do this, how do you know that is the voice of God or my mind?" And he said very smartly, he said, because when you hear this voice, it creates peace and happiness. Joyful happiness, right? Joyful peace. joyful peace. So I thought, wow, that's exactly what it is, joyful peace when you hear the voice of God. So God said, no, you got to stay. I said, I got to stay. How am I going to do that? Because I knew that I was not in good shape. And the voice said, don't worry, you'll find your way. You got to stay. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody has to stay or not. One of my great teachers, spiritual teachers, Bhaktitirtha Swami, very amazing personality. He passed 20 years ago. And I was taking care of him here in Hawaii 20 years ago. And he was a very powerful man. He used to be a football player for Princeton University. And so he got sick for whatever reason. He had cancer, melanoma cancer. So I was taking care of him and said, Swamiji, you are so powerful. You are a big person. You are strong. You are a great dancer. You are a great, sports person. Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? And he said, because my spiritual master wants me to go. He has another service for me to do. Like that. And he wasn't afraid of death or anything. He was 55 years old, perfect health, and then all of a sudden, within a year, he was gone. And he has thousands of disciples, literally. He's a very famous guru and Swami in Africa. He practically liberated the whole of Africa. He was very powerful. He was also a high chief for a tribe in Nigeria. So, but, he said that. And then I realized, okay, so you have to go because the guru has something else for you to do. Well, Haribol, see you soon. We'll see you sometime. So every time that I think about this interaction with God, I say, well, God took him away because he has a service to do, so maybe I have some service to do also. Maybe let's find out what kind of service I'm supposed to do if I'm going to stay here. So this what I'm doing right now is part of the seva, it's part of the service. I'm supposed to tell you a few words that you can take home and you can think about it, and maybe that will help you also in your journey, because this is all a journey. We are on our way home. We are really on our way home. Because the way we think about it, or the Vedas think about it, is that we live in a material world or a material universe that has three-dimensional system plus time, so 4 dimensions. But there are other universes. Now, if you say, well, how do we know that there are other universes out there, universes with 10 dimensions or 6 dimensions? Okay, guys, have you ever lived through the 60s? Well, if you live through the 60s, you know that there are certain substances that can show you that there are other universes. But there is no need. Nowadays, there is no need for these kind of substances, because there is certain things such as mantra meditation, there is sound vibration, and there is beautiful music that can really bring you up to understand that there are other universes. But the main point is that we live really in a material world, and there is something beyond that material world. There are other universes in the material world, but there is something beyond that, which is called the anti-material energy. Anti-material energy or spiritual energy, which cannot be seen by the eye, cannot be touched by the fingers, it cannot be experienced by or experienced by the wind or moisture by water. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. That energy, which is the spiritual anti-material energy, pervades every living entity, and is in every one of us. So when I was asking these questions to the voice inside, that's what I was connecting with. I was connecting with this eternal source that is here, and that's the other thing you got to understand, that time, real time, is not linear, but can be circular. It has a different form. It's not like, oh, well, Bernice and Manuel, they used to live here, but now they don't. Now they live in Florida. Well, I don't know about that. It doesn't work that way. I'm here right now. You are experiencing my voice right now. Okay, so this is the time, this is the now, this is the moment that we are living. I'm here. It's not that I'm in Florida. I'll be in Florida maybe next week. We are supposed to travel back, and then I'll be coming back here. And even if I don't come back, you'll remember these words that I'm saying right now. So you are always, so time is different. It's not necessarily that it's linear, but the now, They now remember Be Here and Now by Ram Dass, right? Be here now, meaning this moment is eternal in one sense, right here. Because if we are remembering God, we are remembering a spirit that doesn't follow the laws of linear time. It just doesn't work that way. So, because now it is in your mind, it's in your hearts, and you are remembering God, and you are remembering Spirit. So it is eternal. So it's not that we have to die in order to go to heaven. We can go to heaven right now. And in fact, I'm going to get you to experience heaven because we do have a very nice piece that Bernice is going to play for you with Ingrid. And we thank you very much, Ingrid, for coming all the way from Hilo to come and play with us here. And she's a great flautist, actually, wonderful flautist. Thank you so much for coming. Also, we have Prakriti Das on the drum, but this piece will basically be played by harp and flute. It's a harp flute piece. It's called Stairway to Heaven. So we talk about the 60s early, so now experience that. There was a power in the 60s, believe me. There was people really wanted to know what happens before or after we got here. And so this piece will take you there. So let's experience that a little bit. Stairway to Heaven for harp and flute, the composer Tom Plank, I believe, from Led Zeppelin. Make sure we get good sound here. You ready? Wait until she's ready. Uh-oh. Okay. And Bernice, you wouldn't notice, but she's really an angel. She's an angel. And also Ingrid's an angel. So they are angels. They are no longer musicians. They just happen to play music. They are bringing you heaven here for you today.
So this is actually my arrangement of Led Zeppelin's piece. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, if you want to hear it also in a different way, we perform with Kona Harp Ensemble. It's on YouTube, Stairway to Heaven, Kona Harp Ensemble. You'll hear it. But that recording was for 3 harps. This is the arrangement for 1 harp and flute. You need some help? Like this is good? There was an energy back then in the 60s, wasn't it? Anyway, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. And this is what is going on right now. That's why I don't know if we are going to be in Florida or wherever we are going to be, but there is a situation where, I play with this great, great musician by the mercy of Bhaktitirtha Swami, the guru that I said that passed away. So he was very, very good friends with Turiya Sangeetananda, who was Alice Coltrane. And Alice Coltrane was a very great harpist also. Very good. And I played with her. I played in Cleveland once. I couldn't believe it. She started playing, she started singing, playing piano. And I was playing with her because this Swami asked me to play with her. So I was playing all the time. We were playing for 5 hours. So when is she going to stop? Because I kept playing, just kept singing. And she had this energy, this force. She was like a force of nature, that lady. It was amazing. So we are trying to figure out how actually, because she passed a few years ago, how we can connect with that energy of Alice Coltrane, because she was really powerful, very, very amazing spiritual person and had great music. So we were thinking about doing something with some of the music here in the Big Island. We'll play something similar later. But anyway, the point is that I mentioned Alice Coltrane because I've been researching some about what happened there with Alice Coltrane and John Coltrane, and they really hit it on the nail because that's what the Vedas say. John Coltrane, I don't know if you know much about him, but he was a very, very great saxophonist and flautist. He was a great musician, amazing. But he was not just because he was a great musician that plays music, because he was a great spiritual person. And that album he did, The Love Supreme, really hit on the nail that there was a spiritual energy beyond this material energy. He was studying Yogananda and other teachers, and he realized, wow, there is something else here. And he realized that music was a healing power. So now you are thinking, well, how do you get to be from a near-death experience to the place where I'm speaking to you like, well, nothing happened. Yeah, it happened a year ago, but, I almost died twice, along the way. So how do we get from here to there? Well, one, I have many therapies that I do, and we can talk more later about therapies, what therapies have worked for me that may work for you also, right? But one of the main therapies is love. Love supreme. So love your friends. Love your family. Love your community. Because if you have love, you are ahead of the game. You're ahead. Because if you have love, then you're going to relax a little bit. This is all about getting very relaxed. Because the more you are active, you're doing business, you're doing things. I'm a business person. So if the more you're doing these things, you are forgetting that you got to take it easy sometimes. That you have to think about yourself, that you gotta eat right, and you gotta exercise. Exercise is very important, so keep this in mind. Even if you cannot get up, then do chair yoga. Like I go religiously to a yoga class twice a week, and I do yoga. And then there is people that cannot even get up from their chair, and so they are doing yoga sitting on a chair, so that's fine. Do wherever you can. If you can go to that ocean, that's great. That's the other therapy that I do religiously. I swim every day. Even when I was very, very sick, I realized I needed to do exercise. Dr. Kim said, you got to move even if you don't want to. You have to get up and walk. Said you have to move, otherwise you won't be able to go anywhere. So I realized I needed to do, but walking was like a major job. So I realized swimming would be easier. So we had a pool nearby. So I went to the pool, and the pool had warm water. So I started swimming in the pool. And I realized, whoa, this is nice. So I started swimming and started breathing. That's very important. When you do any exercise, connect your breath with the exercise. If you are walking, you breathe with it. If you are swimming, breathe. The breathing is the most important. So I started breathing and swimming. First, I could only do 1 lap. Then I did 2 laps, then 3 laps, then before you know it, I do 10 laps, and I can go into the ocean and probably go to the 5th buoy and come back, and okay, I'm doing fine. Oh yeah, that's great. Well, it wasn't like that just a few months ago. How did I get there? There are therapies that I do, but the main thing is the love. There were a lot of friends that were praying, so prayers work also. So somebody's praying for you. That prayer, that thought that you put into the universe does eventually have an effect. So thoughts is like an energy form that really translates into well-being. Well-being, serenity, calm, relaxation. Beautiful music also will help you to do that. So I used to listen to very, very calm, beautiful music all the time. And of course, Bernice plays. We have a very nice harp, and she's always playing at home. So I enjoy, especially at night. It just puts me to sleep. Like, wow, okay, this is good. This is good. I'm good. I survive another day. I'm good. I'm good. So, so the point is that John Coltrane, he cured himself from bad addiction, and in fact, the historians think that he was killed because he was taking heroin at some point. He was young. I don't know why these great musicians, great people, they need to be taken care of by spiritual people. Say, hey, wait a second, you don't need this stuff. Take it away. You don't need this needle. You don't need that. Because that's something that you probably have realized now, or you may realize it in the future. But there are certain things that drugs and alcohol, this stuff is not good for you, really. Don't need it. You really don't need it. You just put it away. You don't need that stuff. But hey, I'm not here to tell you, hey, don't drink, don't smoke. Okay, you want to do it, sure, but this is what happens if you do that. That's the reason. But John Coltrane was very smart. He realized, well, wait a second, this is going to kill me. And then he found God. Somehow or other he found God. And he realized, well, this is better than that. I don't need these needles. And he gave up all addictions. He really did. He was amazing. He was so smart, this man. So he said, no, what I need to do is know more about God. So he started studying all these great scriptures, and he realized, he said, no, what I need to do is give music to the people, and with that music we bring love, and with love we can cure the world. This is what he believed. And he also believed that God manifests himself through sound. And that's what the Vedas say. That's what the Vedas say. That's what the Brahma Samhita says that God is playing on his flute, and through the sound of his flute, when the sound of that flute enters Lord Brahma's ear, then the knowledge of the world, it is transferred to the engineer of the universe, Lord Brahma, and then the universe is created. So actually the universe comes from the knowledge of music. Music creates the universe through that sound vibration. Now we come to contemporary physics, and you have someone like Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the essence or the smaller part in the universe, then you got to look at vibrational energy. Well, what is vibrational energy? That's frequency, that's sound. So in other words, this is just, the atom is just a mechanical model. It's just mechanical, but what is really this made out of? What is this really made out of, or my body? Is frequency. Frequencies. The smallest particle in the universe is frequency. And John Coltrane, he had that intuition that it was sound that is the origin of everything, that is the basics of everything. And he realized, well, what is the basis of everything is love. So let's give love to people, because when you give love to people, then everything will be all right. Everything will be calm and relaxed. So love is very, very crucial, and you bring love through music. That was his main point. Very interesting what he said. How we can connect music to the universe, and how we can connect love, music, and the universe together. So anyway, I just gave you right now, I hope that this sinks in, that you understand this, because this is if I don't ever see you again, or in this material body, if you remember this is the main point, that the universe is created by this music that God is playing. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because when you play a flute, where does the sound come from? It comes from the breath. But where is the breath generated? It's in really here. We don't really play flute from here. We play it basically from our gut feeling, from our diaphragm. And what is that? What is that we are creating is the emotions, the feelings that come from that breath going through our heart, and it's really the will of God. The will. When we play music, that's the will of the musician that is going through us. So the will of God is right here and it's coming out through that beautiful music. That's how the universe has created. That's what the Vedas say. I didn't say that. The Vedas say that, so I think, well, that sounds good. Otherwise, I have to believe that it was created from some big explosion. So I rather like the idea that it's music, right? Even, the music of the spheres back in the 60s and 70s, we used to hear that, right? The music of the spheres. So I like to conclude here because I already said a lot of different things and thoughts that your head might be spinning. What is this guy talking about now? But anyway, this is what I have experienced. This is some of the therapies: sound vibration, music, good thoughts, love, and and prayers from my friends. Prayers and love is the same thing, so it's a good thing. So Dr. Kim said, I'll finish with this. Last time I saw him was last March, about 9 months ago. Dr. Kim said he read the last, I had many CT scans. Well, the last one, he was reading it to me. He was very expert at it. And he said, well, according to this, yeah, you look good. Everything is in remission. You're doing great. I said, look, Dr. Kim, I need a vacation from all these treatments because I'm getting tired. And I don't really feel it. Also, I found a couple other things, I can tell you later, other things that you can take, natural things that cost pennies, and they work. They actually do work because I'm here. So I said, look, Dr. Kim, I just need a vacation from these treatments. And he said, okay, you can take a 2-month vacation from it, but you got to come back and start with the treatments again. But then he said, but knowing you probably won't come back for at least another 6 months. And he said, and 6 months may be too late. We may not be able to get you, so please try to come back in 2 or 3 months. Well, it has been 9 months since then. And I don't have any symptoms. Well, I don't have any symptoms. Why should I take this huge, heavy, expensive drug? Well, forget about it for now. But eventually, sorry about that. But anyway, eventually I do have to do some testing because cancer never sleeps. It always eventually will come back. So I have to be ahead of the game. And I'll have to do some of the testing that is required to find out where we stand. But at the moment, I don't have any symptoms or anything. In fact, I have more energy than I ever did before. So I'm good. Hey, I survived. It's like I went to Kona Bay. I got out of Kona Bay. I said, hey, I'm a survivor. I made it. I'm here. I'm in Kona. When you're in Kona and you're swimming in that ocean and you get out of the ocean, you say, wow, this is amazing. That ocean has some energy that is unbelievable. Try to swim, please, just a little bit. Even if you just dip your feet in that ocean, it really is magic. It is magic. So anyway, Bernice, why don't we play Namaste Shiradi or some other song? And also, you're going to pass the ball, or?
Did you want to play a jig?
Yeah, we will pass the ball as you play.
Or something that
and
you know,
yeah.
or
We're gonna
Prakirti
play,
can play.
and then we'll do our announcements
Okay.
after.
You know,
Yeah.
E minor.
D.
It's like an E minor.
D or E minor?
E minor?
E minor? Okay.
was a nice jaunty,
Thank you, thank you.
jaunty jig.
Okay.
Wow, thank you so much. So we are so honored to have you here. And as we do our announcements, do you have any announcements you'd like to share first?
Well, the announcement we have right now would be that we are leaving just for a short time here, and we do have a concert already planned, but it will be in the mainland. In fact, we have.
You have a date yet for your?
Yeah, December 14th, but it will be for Unity Church in the mainland in Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, in Florida.
Yeah,
okay. Okay, so
next
let's
time.
get our tickets.
All right. Yeah. You're all welcome to join us.
Do they do YouTube there?
Yes,
they do
they
YouTube.
do.
Yes.
Okay,
They
so
really
we can
do.
find
See it on
you
YouTube. Yes.
Sure.
a Unity Church of
Gainesville.
Gainesville,
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah,
Wow.
it will be on
Okay.
YouTube.
They're blessed to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been amazing.
Uh,
All right. So my heart's full, and thank you so much for contributing, even if it's just your light. You know, it's all energy. We're all vibrating, and you've really encouraged me to sing more, to share more, because that, you know, I was thinking it was the word, but it's the vibration that started it all, right?
Vibrational energy.
Yeah,
Yes.
it wasn't
That's
just
right.
Brahman going om. It was oh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Music.
Ow. Yes.
Well, the Om is what basically when Vishnu breathes into the universe, basically the material elements are created.
Right.
Earth, water, fire, or ether, the 5 material elements. I don't know, we could be here for a long time. You can ask me later, but for instance, the Angkor Wat temple is all based on that. It's all based on the principle of the creation of the universe. It's all based on 5. Everything in the Angkor Wat temple is based on the number 5. 5 towers, the sun, the 5th node, it's all on 5. Everything, the 5 nagas, the different sculptures. So it's all a worship of Vishnu, basically. Angkor Wat is a Vishnu deity. And all of the bas-relief, everything on the Angkor Wat is all connected to this creation of the universe. You know, so Vishnu basically what he's doing is creating the matter, air, space, everything is created through his body, through his breathing, through the Om. But then the actually arrangement of the things, the emotions, the feelings, the relationships, how to create love or how to create separation or peace or karuna or sringar, all these different emotions that are. Now that is actually created by the music.
And
The
Divine
music.
Mother.
The Divine Mother is the connection with God, of course. The Divine Mother, that's the connection between the two. Well, again, we could talk for the next 3 days about this, but there are specific music connected to that. There is the music that God is playing in the middle of the night and is attracting the gopis, is attracting the Divine Mother to come and visit with him, right? So there is music. So God, the only thing he's trying to do is to attract his followers, his devotees, his lovers, basically. He's a lover. God is a lover, and other lovers, they'll be with God, and they want to have union with the beloved. This is what we are talking about. But anyway, that's deep subject matter. We can discuss that later.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Get out our Bhagavad Gitas and
Yes.
start
We'll talk more later,
studying
yes.
up.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the Divine Mother, of course, is connected with the moon, right? The feminine. The moon is, right, the moon cycle, the feminine cycle. So the moon right now is coming into play.
Yes.
It's coming, it's a very important element, the moon.
Yeah, we all feel the moon and
All
her
right.
beauty of her reflection of the great sun.
The full moon, that's
wow,
right.
you're
Yes.
just a plethora of so much knowledge and so
Yeah,
wonderful.
well,
to
it's all in the Vedas.
Yes.
But anyway, it just happens that I became a recipient of that knowledge specifically after this thing that I had for the last 2 years. Like, whoa, you better find out what's going on here.
Yes, yes. I had a near-death experience, and it did make me a different being. I wasn't afraid to die anymore, I'll tell you that. But I'm not in a hurry to leave. But it took care. I had a lot of, from trauma as a child. I was afraid of the other side, but then I was blessed to get to have a
To
peek.
get the realization.
And it's beautiful. But like I said, no rush.
We'll talk later. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
That
thank you,
was
thank you.
50 years ago, so
Wow.
I didn't leave.
Mhm.
So this is our mission statement, but that's not what we want. What we want to do is tell you what's coming up. And so every Sunday, rain or shine, we are here unless they close the highway. We'll be here, and that's at 10 o'clock. And we also have amazing YouTube now that we made that happen during the shutdown. And we have free childcare, but please let us know the Friday before so we have someone here to watch your child. But we'd love to everyone is invited, young and old. We'd love to have you here. So the next 3 Sundays, next Sunday will be our holiday spirit, and we'll be trimming the tree and deck the lanai. And so we'll just make it a fun time. It's always fun. We sing in la la la, and we decorate and make this place festive. And then there'll be a lovely little lunch after provided for the wonderful elves and helpers that come and make this place all festive. So I'm going to thank you ahead of time because we're going to have fun. And then on the 14th, we have Kathy Carr, and she's an amazing photographer, friend of mine also, and she will be coming and speaking of her spiritual journey through photography. And the music is by Viboda. And Kathy Carr has been pretty much all around the planet, and she has amazing photography, and then she has an amazing gift, and she's taught it to many people of different ways to manipulate the photograph. But she has some good stories to share. So that's the 14th, and then on the 21st, we always honor the equinox and the solstice, and it will be our on the 21st, which I believe is Winter Solstice Day, even, I think. Yeah, so that's always nice because it sometimes isn't on that day. So we have Kaimana Lighthawk, and he's very good at this. And we've been doing, for over 28 years, we've been doing some form of shamanic journeying. And so bring your drum or your rattle. And we usually start around 10. And it'll be an amazing experience as always. And I personally love journaling because I've had lots of answers because it's all within. It's inside that voice, and we have many paths. So weekly on Monday, we have Tai Chi and Qigong with Janai, and we have, if you want to do the long form, you come at 4, and he will personally give you one-on-one for extra $10, but it's $15 per class, and he's an amazing teacher and person. And then on Wednesday is hula with Mahina, and it's all levels, and it's in the Hunua room, and that's also.
1 second.
Yes.
So if you do Qigong or Tai Chi,
yes,
that's like doing yoga. Very important. Very important. You gotta do something like that.
Yeah.
Either yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong, they are actually therapies.
Yes.
It's not just exercise. It's a
Yes.
therapy. Very important.
Sacred movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
And move with it and breathe. That's
Yeah,
what Qigong
breathing.
does. Yeah. Very, very good.
And so on a monthly events, at the end of the month, we have potluck, which we have today, the last Sunday of the month. And and everyone's welcome, whether you brought something or not. Please stay. There's always plenty. And then on the second Sunday of the month, we have Crystal Bowl meditation. So the next one's on the 14th, and it starts at 9, and it's in the Hunua room also. And then we have our special Christmas Eve candlelight service on the 24th of December, and on the lanai here, and it'll be all decorated by the elves. And we'll have a dessert and poo-poo potluck after. And so we have a sign-up list, and I think I'll do a song, and I will sign up. I'm not good at committing, but I know that Alicia's, yes, I will commit. And Alicia's going to do a chant, and we'll need people who read, because we always like to share the birth of Christ story. And so we'd love to have some people read. And if you'd like to sing or play an instrument, we'd love that. And it's always wonderful to have our candlelight service here. So, yeah, many years we've had to sing along with you. It's been really wonderful. Okay, so I think, so we do have a sign-up sheet over there, and we also have a prayer team. And so that box over there with a hunu on it, we do ask if you're going to have us pray for someone that's not here, if it's not you, just to get their permission so that we know that they're being prayed for. And prayer is so powerful. It really it is. It's so amazing. And so if you have a prayer request, put it in that box there, and you will be prayed. They will be prayed for. You will be prayed for by the prayer ministry here. And let's see. So, and if you'd like to donate a different way, it's the what are they called? The thing you take a picture of that looks really weird. Barcode thingy thing. Yes. I'm a dinosaur. I'll admit it. So I think Ann Pasha would like to come up and honor someone now.
Well, I'll actually deliver it because he's sitting behind the sound table, but I just want to recognize Randy Shellor. According to this certificate, it says that he was officially a member of New Thought Center of Hawaii starting the 28th of September, but the certificate just is connecting with him today. So congratulations, Randy.
Yay, Randy. Thank you, Randy. And now he's helping us on the sound, which has been challenging every week. We think we've figured out why we get feedback. Oh, it's this, but it actually hasn't been too bad feedback. This probably because we have these amazing angels here today. So I think that's it, folks. So let's gather and we will sing. And I want to take a picture afterwards. Yeah.
Olie, olie, ahe, ahe, makane pau mai ne. Mau kia aloha no Hawaii. E haoli na o pio o Hawaii. Mau ke aloha no Hawaii. Mau ke aloha